Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. The purpose of human life is to serve and to show compassion and the will to help others. Do something wonderful, people may imitate it. The first step in the evolution of ethics is a sense of solidarity with other human beings. An optimist is a person who sees a green light everywhere, while a pessimist sees only the red stoplight. The truly wise person is colorblind. Constant kindness can accomplish much. As the sun makes ice melt, kindness causes misunderstanding, mistrust, and hostility to evaporate. Think occasionally of the suffering of which you spare yourself the sight. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. Ethics is nothing else than reverence for life. Man has lost the capacity to foresee and to forestall. He will end by destroying the earth. Life becomes harder for us when we live for others, but it also becomes richer and happier. Ethics is the activity of man directed to secure the inner perfection of his own personality. We are all so much together, but we are all dying of loneliness. Never say there is nothing beautiful in the world anymore. There is always something to make you wonder in the shape of a tree, the trembling of a leaf. Man is a clever animal who behaves like an imbecile. My life is my argument. I have always held firmly to the thought that each one of us can do a little to bring some portion of misery to an end. By having a reverence for life, we enter into a spiritual relation with the world. By practicing reverence for life, we become good, deep, and alive. Wherever a man turns, he can find someone who needs him. Compassion, in which all ethics must take root, can only attain its full breadth and depth if it embraces all living creatures and does not limit itself to mankind. Just as the wave cannot exist for itself, but is ever a part of the heaving surface of the ocean, so must I never live my life for itself, but always in the experience which is going on around me. One thing I know, the only ones among you who will be really happy are those who will have sought and found how to serve. A man does not have to be an angel in order to be saint. Whoever is spared personal pain must feel himself called to help in diminishing the pain of others. We must all carry our share of the misery which lies upon the world. As soon as man does not take his existence for granted but beholds it as something unfathomably mysterious, thought begins. Let me give you a definition of ethics. It is good to maintain and further life. It is bad to damage and destroy life. Serious illness doesn't bother me for long because I am too inhospitable a host. There are two means of refuge from the miseries of life: music and cats. One who gains strength by overcoming obstacles possesses the only strength which can overcome adversity. Happiness is nothing more than good health and a bad memory. Example is not the main thing in influencing others, it is the only thing. The African is my brother, but he is my younger brother by several centuries. The willow which bends to the tempest often escapes better than the oak which resists it, and so in great calamities, it sometimes happens that light and frivolous spirits recover their elasticity and presence of mind sooner than those of a loftier character. Do not let Sunday be taken from you. If your soul has no Sunday, it becomes an orphan. Truth has no special time of its own. Its hour is now, always. A man is ethical only when life as such is sacred to him, that of plants and animals as that of his fellow men, and when he devotes himself helpfully to all life that is in need of help. Example is leadership. The true worth of a man is not to be found in man himself, but in the colors and textures that come alive in others. Until he extends his circle of compassion to include all living things, man will not himself find peace. Seek always to do some good, somewhere. Every man has to seek in his own way to realize his true worth. You must give some time to your fellow man, for remember, you don't live in a world all your own. Your brothers are here too. I can do no other than be reverent before everything that is called life. I can do no other than to have compassion for all that is called life. That is the beginning and the foundation of all ethics. Man must cease attributing his problems to his environment and learn again to exercise his will, his personal responsibility in the realm of faith and morals. Do something for somebody every day for which you do not get paid. Anyone who proposes to do good must not expect people to roll stones out of his way, but must accept his lot calmly, even if they roll a few stones upon it. The highest proof of the Spirit is love. Love the eternal thing which can already on earth possess as it really is. Humanitarianism consists in never sacrificing a human being to a purpose. Man can hardly even recognize the devils of his own creation. A great secret of success is to go through life as a man who never gets used up. A man can do only what he can do, but if he does that each day, he can sleep at night and do it again the next day. By respect for life, we become religious in a way that is elementary, profound, and alive. We cannot possibly let ourselves get frozen into regarding everyone we do not know as an absolute stranger. A man is truly ethical only when he obeys the compulsion to help all life which he is able to assist, and shrinks from injuring anything that lives. Everything deep is also simple and can be reproduced simply as long as its reference to the whole truth is maintained. But what matters is not what is witty, but what is true. Reverence for life is the highest court of appeal.